While Esther is visiting Crimson Lights, she notices that Summer and Nick are in need of their coffee, and they gush at her. Calling her the finest, Esther confesses that her concerns about Sharon, the boss, have been taking her mind off of Pete and pie muffins. Sharon hasn't been answering to her calls, which is unlike her, and Nick has stated that she's just at a spa. After Esther leaves, Chance shows in and says, "I hope she's enjoying herself." Phyllis's vehicle is at the athletic club, and no one has seen her getting a ride anywhere. Phyllis called Summer, and Nick tells him about it, but he still doesn't believe she's on a business trip. Summer has her doubts about this because if her mom had brought Daniel along, she wouldn't have gone from nagging him about work to disappearing without a trace. Just as Summer and the cop are debating whether Sharon would really disappear or just lie about it, a call comes in confirming that Sharon has not checked into any spas in Sedona. They talk about how worried Sharon was, and Summer tells her dad how wonderful he is. Nick, on the other hand, claims that she was under the influence of drugs when it happened. Summer wonders if something could have triggered Sharon, but her dad isn't convinced. Whatever is occurring, Nick knows it's not good, but he has no idea what to do or where to get answers. Upon his arrival at Billy's place, Daniel reveals that he still hasn't heard back from his mother. He and Nick were trying not to alarm him yesterday, but something is fishy about his mom going on an enigmatic trip and calling Summer in an unusual manner. The abbot explains that Phyllis was incessantly contacting him while he was in Paris. Why would she suddenly disappear when he began calling back? They both think it's more than just a cosmic coincidence that the two women, who hate each other, would go missing and then call each other on burner phones at the same time. Seems like someone's plotting vengeance. Both of them believe Phyllis when she says she has moved on from it, but they still don't know what's going on until it's revenge. When Sharon and Phyllis embrace, Billy implies that the ladies may have been abducted together. Whoever did it probably didn't know what they were getting themselves into and would soon be pleading for the release of their prisoners. Summer contacts her brother and informs him that she is at Crimson Lights with her dad and Chance, and that she is certain he would be interested in hearing the police officer's account of what happened. Unfortunately, neither Jordan nor Ian survived the ordeal. When Daniel ends his call, according to Billy, he has a lot of material on Phyllis and would want to accompany him. After a restful night's sleep, thanks to Sharon not drooling on her shoulder, Phyllis finds herself whimpering on the sofa in the medical clinic's basement. She goes to get some coffee, but Sharon has already ruined it. Since there was no alarm this morning, she is starting to question whether their host intended them to sleep in. In the meanwhile, Sharon has been reading up on their captor, hoping to find any information that may help them escape with a weapon. Their hands full, Phyllis is skeptical that they would knowingly leave a clue that may expose their identity. Sharon is certain that there must be a hint relating the dots at that spot. The speaker is aware of Phyllis's mental troubles. She whispers. If Phyllis refuses to help, Sharon urges her to stop talking since she thinks their captor could be a doctor or patient. I suppose we're on the final stop on your bipolar express, she says. Finding one's identity might lead to nothing more than frustration, according to the redhead. The voice, Sharon asserts that they may use whatever information they discover to escape, asserting that her concept is superior. It would be foolish to reward them just by putting them in the same room. So when Faya suggests bargaining, she reminds her that they are the grandmothers of Victor's grandkids and that the Newans have significant funds. Phyllis would gladly fork up a wad of cash to put a stop to this, but Sharon is still hell-bent on discovering the truth. They argue over Sharon being on opposing sides of the padded wall. Sharon is certain that this is no ordinary kidnapping. Rather, she thinks that someone is attempting to make them confront their history so that they may grow from their errors. So says Phyllis, who claims it's impossible. Sharon is certain that this was created by someone who despises the intensity of their animosity against each other and may have been influenced by their previous disagreements.